National Democratic Congress has put together a strong coalition against the electronic transactions levy. The party has insisted that that levy will not go through and that its 137 MPs in the House of Parliament will not do so. There have been fisticuffs, there's been a challenge in the House of Parliament preventing that E-levy from going through. Aside that, the party has also gathered or put together a coalition that has gone on the streets, and today, Thursday, is the day that the party has led that coalition to demonstrate, starting from the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, which will terminate at the House of Parliament, where a petition will be presented. They are protesting and simply saying in their Akan language, Yentia, which means we will not pay. The Okada riders have formed an association which they have joined this particular demonstration. They say that the increase in fuel prices is a problem for them and they are here to register their protest. My brother, tell me why you are demonstrating.
Oh Allah, Abu Guromunya Masa, Abanya Masa, Ya Bredo Masa.
And you are demonstrating.
Yam Penukra, Kanakura.
Okay. So this is, so yeah, the Kayayo or the headquarters are also showing their own concern.
We are not paying, it's a killer tax.
Why won't you pay? The government needs money to build roads for you to ride your motorbike on.
They have borrowed more than expected. They have borrowed about 560 million, a billion. That they have been given, during the COVID-19, and they were not able to account for it.
Okay.
And then, what can 6.9 billion do to the economy?
More people are expressing their frustration in different ways. This would be fisher folk on the vehicle carrying their canoe to register their protest.
What the word about Okamata? When you're the cats no pay, Wakuva or Gabu, don't tell the cats in the local top for what I dollars, what pay.
Premixer, I can't ever feel like digital. If I have a can, you can buy a premixer. Oh, Nakale, boy.
Dabi, Roy, what I can test you. What made the fellow digital to a drawer, no pay. What's more?
So these are Choco Fisher folks. That's how they are registering their protest. Various groups of people are here in their own regard, expressing their concerns and frustrations with various issues in the country. The demonstration is in full force. The man who organizes the demonstration is the youth president of the National Democratic Congress, known as Pablo George Opariado. Let me just ask him how it has been so far. Mr. Opariado, how has it been so far?
So far, so very good. I'm sure you can attest to the numbers out here. They should clearly tell you that Ghanaians don't want this E-levy. I'm sure you've seen how the market women are all coming out on their own to support today's process. This is a clear indication that Ghanaians do not support the E-levy. I'm sure you are very impressed with the numbers yourself. And we are all overwhelmed by the numbers we are seeing. We didn't anticipate that so many people will be coming out to protest against this E-levy.
General, you have called your people to join you and they have responded, they have come here, they are demonstrating with you. Why should other NDC people elsewhere oppose the E-levy?
This is a demonstration called by our youth wing and the other youth organizations in Ghana have responded. So that is the demonstration you are looking at. It is true we have taken a position against E-levy, that as a social democratic party, we believe in taxation as a means of building the economy. So nobody should take us wrong that we are fighting taxation as a policy. We are not fighting taxation as a policy, but we are fighting extortion because this E-levy does not represent any taxation at all. You tax citizens based on value addition. You tax citizens based on service rendered. This E-levy doesn't represent any of this. It is just government using its muzzle to take monies out of people's pockets. And that is why we have said and we will maintain that NDC will have nothing to do with E-levy, and in the most unlikely situation that it gets passed, it will be one of the measures that will be reversed in our next government.
That's a very ambitious statement to make, that you reverse a tax revenue generation mechanism. That would be problematic for you, considering that it's going to...
It is extortion. It is not a proper tax.
Well, there seems to be some problem here. The motorbikes, the Okada riders have suddenly stopped. What's the problem? Why have you stopped?
My problem is that that was 2019. I used to buy fuel, 20 CD. I can work for first, second, third, which is for 2 days or 3 days. But now, if I buy 20 CD, I wait for only, let's say, 2 hours. And I don't know what is going on in Ghana. So they say we should come and do something. And that's something that I'm into it. This is my motorbike. It parks here. I push it from Circle to this place, Cocoa.
You can't push fuel inside.
There is no money to buy fuel. And Akufo-Addo is saying that he will also tax me again to pay, which is E-levy. Now, if I don't have money to buy fuel, where will I get money to pay E-levy? I'm asking you.
So you're doing this for your party, or are you not doing it for your party?
I don't have any party.
Me, I friend me Alima Musa. Me to buy for market. I dey E-levy na me wa ha. Say na na see yentu E-levy. Na to na wa close nu. Ombo mo de no ko bie to nu. Oti 1 cedi, oti 2 cedi. Oti 5 cedi, oti 7 cedi. Na sa E-levy na so. Obeji nu ye pese enka chenso oni abadaye e ma Ghana. Na ni abadaye ma Ghana. Na ondwin ye hu. O si ye tisika so komodi ye. Ya na di na ba isusu. Na ya bre nu.
So the KIAs are very much involved in this ongoing demonstration. They're carrying their basins or headpans and are also joining the protest. Now at the National Theatre intersection, they have decided to just stage a sit-down and continue to protest. Let me ask one of their representatives what the issue is.
Yeah, bre, kurom, yeah, bre, papa. Yeah, na esu ya kayo. Momo nsu, obi a yusu momo. Ti say ya kayo phone. Yeah, yusu momo, papa. And to me do 1 week, and 3 days, 4 days. Be now want me and tuya. Sika ma uma minimum now one say this can say. Ya find ye bibi wo fie. Enti ya be san tuya so na esi yan san tuya tax. Tax na e tuya no e no na me ya pa tax na de. Ba wo mi ankasa wadi kan ya kire say oba yan tuya tax. Na se si ade na e ba na adwin. Oni na na adwin na ade na ba mo adwin. Well,
the demonstration has moved at a snail's pace through the principal streets of Accra, and the group of demonstrators has arrived now at the precincts of Parliament. The frontage of the House of Parliament, the main gates, have been locked, and police personnel have been stationed at the entrance to prevent any breach of the gates. The demonstrators are arriving, and as you would always expect, you can hear already in the background, Open Gate is a song they've started to sing. They would want to go in.
This was the thing we all agreed. I was in the meeting.
And we all agreed that they will come here, they take the position, and then they will read it to all of you.
Frank, my problem is that this one, you are not handling us fairly. But do you remember the 50 people?
We were even negotiating with you, but
you said 30, and we said 50. You said 30, we said 50, and you agreed that you allow 50 to enter.
What are we agreeing on? Are they coming out? We had 2 issues. And then we said that if they can come to the gate and receive it, that's what we are doing.
No. We said, what about the 50 people that you read it out? What about the 50 people?
So if we go in, we can't read the petition to the people.
We want everybody to hear you.
Oh, we agreed with them that day.
We didn't agree that with them.
No, that's what we did. No,
Well, as is a characteristic of demonstrations at scenes like this, the leadership trying to get through to the gates to go present the petition. The police would work with just a specific set agreed number of people to go in and present the petition. That negotiation is what is currently ongoing here at the frontage of Parliament.
We believe that the president is recalcitrant and will not listen to the good people of this country. But for Parliament, we elected you to represent us. You are a true representation of the people, and we urge you that please reject E-levy and represent us in our best interest. The voice of the people is the voice of the Lord. Parliament cannot be seen swimming against the tide. Ghanaians say no to this E-levy, and Parliament must equally articulate the views of Ghanaians by rejecting the bill. Ghanaians are not interested, and I repeat, we are not interested in the reduction of the levy to any amount. The chorus is that no E-levy today, no E-levy tomorrow, and no E-levy any day. No E-levy today, no E-levy tomorrow, and no E-levy any day.
We have received the petition duly. I think it raised a number of issues. There are other people who have dissenting views, and it's important we also respect other dissenting views of others. I will not try to pick on the issues, but what I can promise you is that, as we normally do with all petitions received,
forward it to the speaker.
Forward it to the appropriate quarters.
Thank you.
And then also remain disciplined, as we have done. You have been very courteous. We haven't heard about any state's property being vandalized. Let that be your calm card, and I'm sure that this conversation will go on.
That Parliament is here to debate the policy principles of what I call the senior nuisance tax of an E-levy. Therefore, at the policy principles level, we in the NDC minority, as we have communicated, we are determined to share Parliament of that unacceptable standing and NDC 137 of the rubber stamp of Parliament. Therefore, on many of these matters, we will stand counted with the public. To reflect your views. Whilst commending you for a very peaceful and successful demonstration, this is what happens in a democratic society. There must be avenues for citizens to articulate freely their legitimate concerns. On the matter of E-levy, there is even more to it than many of you can accept this afternoon. Wow. I say without fear of contradiction that the incidence of the E-levy is 3.75% and not 1.75%. Wow. Anybody who understands the telecom arena aside to contradict me on this matter.
Also, the leadership of the House of Parliament, the Majority Chief Whip, Frank Anodompre, MP for Nsawama Dwejiri, the Minority Leader, Haruna Idrisu, Tamale South Member of Parliament, James Kutabegi, Ketu North Member of Parliament, who is Deputy Minority Leader, and supported by the Clerks of Parliament and the Director of Public Affairs, Kate Ado, are the individuals who have come in here to receive this petition from the petitioners or the demonstrators led by George Opariado, National Youth Organizer of the NDC. So this has been sorted, the petition has been delivered. It is left for the House of Parliament behind these locked gates to work out. In the meantime, the demonstration is over. Samuel Fosampofo is trying to charge up the crowd before dispersing it eventually. Let's hear what is up to.